If you have all 4 of your ads created for our GD3 project, you should have them all in one location, preferably a folder on your desktop. So I'm going to open up this folder where I have my ads already created. 1, 2, 3, and 4 ads are there. I'm going to go ahead and select them all. So I click on the top one, hold down my shift button, and click on the bottom one. I got all 4 of my ads selected, and I can actually drag them right down to my Photoshop icon on my dock. That's going to open them all up in Photoshop. I'm going to have these tablets, these little tabs that you'll see at the top of my Photoshop application, and that'll reveal to me all 4 of my ads. So this is my first one, my second one, third one, fourth one here. What we want to do is we want to create JPEG files just like what we have done with all of our other projects so far. So we go to File, Save for Web. We want to make sure that it says JPEG here. Over here right underneath it, it should say Medium. We don't need it to be high quality, we just need a medium. Click Save. Then I'm looking to my desktop. That's where you should have your folder. If you created your folder and put it somewhere differently, then that's where you're going to be looking for. You're going to be looking for the folder that you have where you're going to save all of your stuff. So I'm looking at desktop. On the desktop, I have a folder created named Finished Ads. And in that folder, I'm going to go ahead and save all of these JPEGs. You'll notice that this now has a JPG at the end of it, whereas before, these other documents that I had a PSD. PSD stands for Photoshop document. JPG is a JPEG. So in that folder, we're going to save this. My first one is done. I'm going to go to my next one and go through the same process. File, Save for Web, make sure it says JPEG, it needs to be medium, click Save. I'm going to go to my desktop, Finished Ads, that's the folder that I have, and I'm going to click Save. I'm going to do this for all 4 of my ads that I have. And what we'll do is once we have all 4 of these in JPEG form, I'm going to be able to put them into one final document, just like I have in the example that I've been sharing with you throughout the whole process. That file that I keep showing you on the projected screen has all 4 of my ads on one document. And that's what I'm getting ready to show you right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid or minimize my Photoshop for now. And let's take a look at this folder that I had on my desktop, or that I have on my desktop. And you'll notice that it has basically 2 of the same thing. One of them says JPEG at the end of it. The other one says PSD. The JPEGs are the ones that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and create a folder and put all my JPEG files in one folder. I already did that here, just for the sake of time. You'll notice I have a folder with all 4 of my JPEGs in there. Next step, here we go. If you go into the Dropbox folder for GD3, you'll notice that I put in there a template file. It's called 01 GD3 final template.psd. If you double click that, you should be able to open it up in Photoshop. You'll notice that it has a bunch of guides and lines in there, and basically what it's telling you is that each one of your ads is going to end up fitting in one of those squares. So this will be fairly easy to do. If you move this over a little bit, you'll be able to get your ads, your JPEG ads, and drag them right into your Photoshop. In there, you'll see that it's going to take up the entire space, just like it did when you created these ads. But now you can grab these from the corner and make them just the right size, and it should snap right into place because we have these guides put in here, and you should be able to do that with all 4 of your ads. So you go ahead and bring the next one in. When you make the adjustments to the size, you're going to hit enter so that the little X goes away. You'll go back to your folder, grab the next JPEG, bring it in, and we'll do the same thing again with this one. Basically, we want to make this one fit one of the other squares. There's the next one. Click enter, and that's what you're going to do to get all four of your ads in your project. Once we get all 4 of them in here, then the final step would be to save your final document as a JPEG file, just like you did with all those other ads that you did. Same exact way you save the other ads, you're going to go ahead and save this final document as a JPEG, exactly like you did with all of these other ads. So that instead of having all of these layers right here, we're going to end up with one final document by going to File, Save for Web, make sure that it's JPEG and medium, click Save. You go ahead and save it into your folder, and you want to make sure that this time you're going to save this with the correct name. So again, GD3, last name, first name. Go ahead and save it into your folder, and then once you have it in your folder, what you can do is open up the Dropbox, go into the GD3 project folder, and then find the folder where your class, for your class, and you're going to go ahead and take your final file and bring it into, this is the final file that I created. You see the JPEG file that has all 4 of them on there. I'm going to take that and I'm going to bring it into the correct folder that pertains to my class. And then you're done.